Hello to all of you. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the late start. We sincerely apologize. So you're all gathered here today because of the inauguration and the swearing ceremony of the International Youth Network for the United Nations Resolution 2250. I want to give you a brief summary. We have this constitution for Ghana. We have the soft copies on your phone, and then we have, if you don't have it, please, and we have the director send it on your phone. Otherwise, we'll pass this around so that you look at it. When we say resolution 2250, so you don't get confused, is a rule that has been accepted, or let's say a conclusion in an agreement by the UN Security Council. The UN Security Council is also one arm of the United Nations. United Nations is a collection of countries coming together to form one body, and what they seem to achieve to make sure that the world is peaceful. So the Security Council, that's one of the arms of the United Nations, is very particular about this. But in the world, realized that young people play a very important role in maintaining peace. So they decided to come up with this in 2015. So there was a meeting, and the Security Council adopted. When there's an agreement, we call it resolution. So if you hear resolution 2250, it means that the conclusion of the agreement, the number is just a number that is added to all resolutions. So resolution 2250 by the UN Security Council says that young people must be empowered and mentored, and every member state, that's every country that is part of the United Nations, must make sure that young people are put or placed in the decision-making table. How can we achieve this? We can have the government traveling for general assemblies or leaders from various countries going and coming back to pull people, but realize that sometimes it gets biased. Sometimes some countries don't even come back to make these happen. We have few countries like Canada and other countries having very young presidents, and it all started from something that we are doing now. The Security Council decided to call on ambassadors or people who are fronting peace or peace advocates all over the world to form organizations like what we have to ensure that even if the country, the president, the leadership don't implement this in the country, these organizations will make sure that young people are aware that there's a rule or there's a resolution that is called 2250. That says that any of you seated here must be strong enough to be part of that decision-making table. And this cannot come by magic. You cannot have the president of Ghana or the cabinet or the parliament passing laws and say that, or all young people come and sit down. Something needs to be done. Some of these countries make excuses by saying that, oh, the young people are too dumb, young people are not serious. So then we, as an organization like this, what we do is that all young people, everybody, whether educated or not, or when it comes to taking decisions, or all decision-making tables, we have different people. For example, in Ghana, we have a government. That's why you see us having a youth president and a youth government here. You can see on a high table, we have people from the Islamic background, we have Christians here, we have Muslims, we have traditional rulers, we have the Chieftaincy Council. All these people take decisions in this country, and their voice matters. So what we do is that for every country, we look at how the structure in taking decisions, and then we get young people model what is happening in the country. And then we teach you how to be leaders like that, and we mentor you, creating teams and initiatives.